We begin this evening with news on the budget. The government is planning to collect nearly $18 billion in new taxes to plug the gap in Jamaica's budget for the upcoming fiscal year.
In a few months, Jamaicans will start paying taxes on sweetened drinks and other items. The finance minister outlined the plan in the lower house today, and Andrea Chisholm has been looking at the numbers and now joins us live.
Thank you very much, Janella and Dwayne. We'll get to the taxes and revenue measures in a bit, but let's start off by talking about the overall budget. The government is planning to spend $1.44 trillion for the next fiscal year, which runs from April 1, 2026 to March 1, 2027. Now, of this amount, $1.34 trillion will go towards recurrent expenditure. That's money set aside for things such as wages and salaries. $99.7 billion is for capital expenditure, and that's for infrastructure projects such as roads and bridges. Now, to fund this budget, the government has announced 8 revenue measures totaling $29.4 billion. And let me just point out that it's the first time that the revenue measures are being tabled at the same time as the estimates. So the yellow book with the expenditure and the pink book with the revenues and the tax measures are being available at the same time. Let's quickly look at the numbers. The first is a special consumption tax, SCT, on non-alcoholic sweetened beverages, whether they are manufactured locally or imported. They will be taxed at 2 cents per milliliter.
For 300 milliliters beverage, it would be $6. For 600 milliliter beverage, it would be $12. And for a 2-liter beverage, it would be $40. The estimated revenue gain associated with levying the SCT on non-alcoholic sweetened beverages is estimated at $10.1 billion and will take effect during the first quarter of fiscal year 2026-2027.
The fact that you anticipate to collect so much from this indicates that you don't really expect there to be a significant fall off in demand. Correct. But I would recommend that some of the monies that are collected from it, are invested and provided to the local agriculture industry so that natural juices, unsweetened natural juices, can be provided as alternatives to the sweetened drinks.
Now, that's the opposition spokesman on finance, Julian Robinson, responding to that specific tax measure. The SCT on every litre of pure alcohol will also go up to $1,400, and it will take effect on May 1, 2026, and it will rake in about $1.6 billion for the government. Now to another tax measure. GCT will now be applied to digital services. We're still awaiting clarity on that. What exactly does the government mean? What exactly will they be taxing? But digital services are normally supplied from abroad and consumed in Jamaica. Government is expected to earn about $300 million in the new fiscal year and $4.2 billion in the 2027-2028 fiscal year. And let's return to the finance minister.
That the SCT on cigarettes will also be increased by $3 per stick, moving the effective specific rate from $17 per stick to $20 per stick. The estimated revenue gain associated with increasing the SCT on cigarettes is approximately $1.1 billion and will take effect 1st of May 2026.
Other revenue measures, the Environmental Protection Levy will move from 10.5 to 0.8%, and the GCT rate on tourism activities will move from 10% to 15%. There will also be a change in the 20% duty concession regime for motor vehicles.
It is proposed that the 20% import duty remain payable, the GCT becomes payable, and the SCT exemption remains. The estimated revenue gain associated with removal of the GCT exemption is approximately $1.3 billion, and it will be effective the 1st of May 2026.
Finance Minister Favour Williams also announced that the government will continue to transfer about $11.4 billion every year for the next 5 years from the National Housing Trust. Dwayne?